Also known as Follow Me, No Escape portrays a social media influencer and his friends who find themselves in over their heads while searching for quality online content. The film features a series of deadly traps. If you want to know more about how to beat Follow Me, keep watching this video for all the interesting details. Let's begin. First up is to extract the key from the body. Once Cole realizes that there's no other way out, he gets right into extracting the key from the very realistic looking dead body. In reality, it would take someone a much longer time to overcome their trepidation and begin severing it. The rest of the room should be examined for any clues to help deduce what happened there. We won't know if the enormous X is actually there to deceive us unless we cover all of our bases. If we can't find anything else, we should look for scars on the body. If there are none, we can assume any hidden objects will be most likely in its tummy. This is something to be grateful for, because if it weren't for the X, we would have to look for further hints inside the body's mouth, stomach, or rear area. We think most people would rather choose to cut a man's stomach open than trawl through a corpse's rear. Because it is located on the left side of the upper abdomen, most people don't realize how far up the stomach actually is. As a result of the crosshair being far too low, it took Cole an extremely long time to find the organ he was looking for. The influencer wasted precious time feeling through what may have been 15 to 25 feet of the digestive tract, so a little knowledge of human anatomy would go a long way. Next, connect gears to stop the trap. This problem is connected to the Iron Maiden. When Cole steps inside a compartment with gears on the floor, he realizes that the traps are moving. As he begins to link the gears on the wall in an attempt to stop the trap, the wheels begin to accelerate. Trap begins to close faster. Cole quickly recognizes the second element of the problem and rushes to the other cage to complete the task. He reaches for the final gear and the trap is broken, saving his friend at the last second. The doors open and they have 30 minutes to escape out of there alive. Although Cole's efforts paid off in the end, there may have been a better way to solve this puzzle. A buzzer goes off anytime a wheel is inserted into the wrong slot. As such, a better approach would be to put a wheel in each hole until the buzzer doesn't go off, and then we'll know which one belongs where. And if you're not able to solve the puzzle quickly enough with this method, there is another option. The gears can be jammed. Rather than letting your companions be tortured, you can insert a loose brick or broken pipe between the wheels to give yourself more time to complete the task. Once you successfully save your friends, you should ask yourself what would have happened if you hadn't been able to do so in time. Our first step would be to verify if the spikes are real and see whether the Iron Maiden is indeed closed. If it is, then you need to severely reconsider the issue, because this torture apparatus has life or death consequences. The game's stakes must be understood before it can be played correctly. Up next, get the probe to the center of the maze. In the next cell, they must overcome a maze to release their pal, who is strapped to an electric chair. Trying to do so, Cole rubs the metal probe against the side of the maze, and his pal in the chair jerks in pain. Believing it is all a joke, Dasher is itching for a turn and purposefully touches the sides, while the woman in the other room yells in pain as this happens. However, time is running out, and they can no longer be cautious. Despite the woman's screams, they rapidly solve the puzzle and successfully navigate the probe to the center of the maze. The problem with this trap is that even a slight poke could electrocute your friend. Under these circumstances, your adrenaline rush will make it difficult to maintain control of your hands. Taking off your shirt and putting it between the maze and the probe would prevent them from making contact, which would be the only way to ensure you wouldn't accidentally trigger the electrocution mechanism. To avoid the possibility of irreversible nerve damage, simply manipulate the probe with the shirt until you reach the center. Once you do, the cell door will swing open and you can release your friend from the electric chair. In the movie, Cole's friend has had enough and wants to leave once she's released, but the host has gone silent, so they keep trying. When pressed as to why he's not responding, Dasher admits he doesn't really know the man, and everyone is shocked. Things would inevitably come to this. Another is to calculate the volume of water each section holds. With no other way out of the prison, the party is forced to complete the escape room on their own. As they try to overcome the final trap, they see the water in the tank is nearly up to Coleman's girlfriend's knees, and because the glass is so thick, she can't hear them clearly. Using the two jugs, Thomas calculates that they'll need to pour 4 liters of water into the funnel and begins filling the 5 liter. But because the tank is almost half full, they don't have much time left. They start with the larger jug and work their way down to the smaller one. Filling and refilling the 3 liter takes a long time, and the girlfriend has to stand on her tiptoes to avoid drowning. Finally, Thomas is able to get the 4 liters they need to solve the puzzle, and they are free to enter the girlfriend's cell. The party followed the instructions provided and came up with a solution, but realistically, it will take too long to transfer all the water from one carboy to another, and it is unlikely to provide an accurate reading. Using the ridges on the side of the 5-liter carboy to rapidly calculate how much water each area holds would be a time saver, as 5 liters is roughly divided into 4 portions, making it easy to eyeball the exact volume. Even though this puzzle does not need to be solved, no one realizes it. There's no reason the mechanism wouldn't activate if they exceeded the weight restriction, using more than 4 liters of water to unlock the cell door. In terms of volume, 5 liters of water is equally effective as 4. In order to achieve this, we'd fill the 5-liter carboy up to the brim and drop it in. Next, create a mental map. The gangster from the nightclub is waiting for them when Thomas finds a blood stain on the wall. Cole has had enough and breaks the door lock with a chair leg. Prior to throwing them into his van, Alexei's girlfriend is executed by him. The driver Alexei assigned to them is also a part of this plot. This is a difficult scenario, but there's a silver lining here. Since they didn't drug us or knock us out in this situation, we're still cognizant. We can tell whether we're making a left or right turn by observing the weight of the vehicle moving. Memorize and count the number of minutes or seconds between each turn. Get on your hands and knees to feel the full impact of each round. Use this to develop a mental map of where they are taking so you can receive help if necessary. Lastly, search the room for an escape route. As soon as Cole is tied to a chair, the Russian man enters the room and informs him that he is live streaming everything to a private audience. Viewers have paid to see him tortured and executed, so Cole knows this is no longer a game in the Soviet Union. After that, he's transferred to another room and chained to the wall by himself. Live streaming begins as he pulls the tape from his mouth and sees the Russian man on his monitor. Behind him is Samantha. As he watches Samantha's eyes and throat being slashed, Cole is so enraged that he slams his shackles on the bed frame and frees himself. He finds a grating above the door as he searches for a way out. This situation is above our abilities, but the fact that something doesn't add up means we have a perfect opportunity to take advantage of it. Instead of torturing Samantha using the wide variety of exotic and interesting weapons he has laid out, Scarface kills her almost instantly. This tells us that the man is either lying or that he's a terrible businessman. Her fingers would be severed, her eyes slit open, and her guts disemboweled in order to maximize the amount of time spent watching the video. Before she dies, we can take advantage of the scenario and make a break for it. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think you can beat the traps and follow me? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.